Hey guys, this is Randy again from Olympus Strong. This is going to be part two of it. Is what is it to be strong, like really strong. In today's society, I think this is to go back to part one. I think that in today's society we visualize strength too much of physical, like oh this guy can lift this or whatever. And we don't give a lot of thought to people who go through stuff and they keep going and they get through it, or people who have disorders or mental health problems or addicts and they keep striving, they keep doing it, or mothers and dads who are struggling but they still take care of their kids and they still try to put food on the table and they still try to do the best they can. We don't give that kind of strength any really thought. And I think that makes that mental strength or mental toughness and strength is a lot more meaningful than physical strength. Now I told you guys I was going to give you some tips or stuff that I went through, and I'll give you guys this for instance. There's times when I'm sitting in bed and I don't even want to get out of bed and go to work or do anything like that. I'm just like, man, it was a bad day. A lot of clients called off, or just any kind of excuse and stuff. And I sit there and I think that, in my mind, I sit there for a minute and I would think that there's more people who depend on me than me. And that gets me up and that gets me motivated and that gets me going through. So I think a lot of times you have to think about what are you grateful for, or is there other people who depend on you? I mean, that can fuel a lot of fire, that can fuel a lot of grit to get through stuff. And there's been instances, when I've failed and I failed and failed at stuff, and then I get it, and I never thought of it that way throughout my life. Like that was mental toughness. I just thought that because there's been so many people that has trained me and stuff, and said you've never really had enough quit in you, and I always took that as physical, and I didn't apply that or didn't think of that as me being mentally strong or mentally stuff, because I do give up on stuff when stuff tends to gets hard mentally or stuff, or I push it aside or I procrastinate about it and stuff. But recently I started reevaluating circumstances and I started thinking, I've been through a lot and I'm still here. I'm still making it. I'm still grinding through. And I think that's what you have to do. You have to realize that it's not an instant process. It's not this. It's what you keep telling yourself in your head. I don't know what addicts go through or whatever, but I know that there's been many of addicts who have failed and failed and failed and they've got it. That's toughness, man. That is real toughness. What causes them to get at that time? I think it's the self-talk, the reaching out and inside. So I think that, the biggest thing that I can tell someone, how to make themselves stronger mentally is work on it every day, every moment. When you're depressed or you feel like you're about to give up, think of something positive, or think of something that you're grateful for. Think about your kids or your loved ones and stuff. When you're having trouble in relationships or whatever, and you don't know what to do and you're about ready to give up, think about the good times, or think about the other person's feelings and stuff. That'll build your mental toughness up. You have to go through hard times to build that toughness up. You know what I'm saying? And don't give up. I think that's a big thing. Don't give up. When there's darkness, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Some kind of light, you might not recognize it, you might not see it, but it is always there. And I think that a lot of people give up too quickly about stuff, and you have to work on it day in and day out. And you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days that you don't want to do this, or you're gonna stay at home, or you're gonna do this. That's okay. But don't let one day or one moment or someone else's words ruin tomorrow or the week or the month or the year of your life. You can keep pushing through, but you have to start building your mind up. Give yourself thanks. Keep grinding. Do not give up. Keep grinding. That is the biggest thing. Do not give up on yourself. And I think that builds so much mental toughness. So and instead of us looking down upon people who suffer or do this stuff, we should start giving people thanks and start thinking, you know what, they are strong because they're still doing it. Guys, this is it for this video. I will get more into mental toughness and stuff. Come Sunday, I'm going to have a special video for Father's Day. It's going to be about kids and being a father. What does it mean to me? I'm going to have some special guests. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the positive and negative comments. Hit subscribe. Like I said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And make sure you guys call your father up or your husband and tell them, you know what, you guys are doing great. Even if they're not, give them encouragement and keep giving encouragement. And I guarantee stuff will change. All right, guys, see you later.